Hi Aries, welcome to November. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have a new moon in Scorpio on the 4th. And then we have, Venus moves into Capricorn on the 5th. Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 5th. We have a full moon partial eclipse in Taurus on the 19th. And then Mercury ends her, the month with moving into Sagittarius, which is favorable to your sign. But we'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what Aries needs to know about love and relationships for the month of November. What does Aries need to know about love and relationships for November 2021? What is coming up for Aries in terms of love and relationships? We're done with the Mercury retrograde. We've got a bunch of planets moving forward now. Still have two that are retrograde, but they're outer planets, so we don't have to worry about them too much. So let's see what's coming up for November for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Ten of Swords. Two of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. The Temperance. The King of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Five of Cups. And the High Priestess. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. Okay, so you're starting the month out. I feel like there's been a heartache. Something has ended. You have the Ten of Swords here. You feel beaten down. You feel this is like a card of, I just can't go on. I can't put any more energy into this. Something has come to a complete end. It could have been a breakup of a relationship. You have the Three of Swords here in the recent past. That's heartache and sorrow. But the thing about the Ten of Swords is the worst is over. So if you've been through a difficult time, now things are going to get better from here. Things will start to improve. It's like when you hit rock bottom, like, okay, I'm at rock bottom. I can't get any lower. Things can't get any worse in my life. I can only improve things from here. And you have this Two of Cups here, crossing this energy. So there's the potential for either a new relationship or a reconciliation, because the Two of Cups represents soulmate energy. Connecting with someone that you really see eye to eye with, or you really have a strong bond. I think part of the problem, I'm seeing two signs here, Leo or fire sign and Earth. So fire would be your energy, and Earth, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you have the Ace of Pentacles here. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is usually a card of an opportunity to create something real, to bring in more money, to have more security. So maybe you've been working on that. Maybe what you're looking for now in a relationship is security and stability. And you're looking for someone that's going to be there for you. You may have been involved with a fire sign that brought you that security, but maybe you've had a falling out. I feel like you've had a falling out with someone. Because the Three of Swords is heartache and separation. And the Ten of Swords, you really feel devastated. You're devastated with the Ten of Swords. But it's also an energy of, for some of you, like, I just can't go on. I have to, it's like an ending, a final ending. Or you're seeing it that way, you're feeling that way. When you start this month, you're coming into the month feeling devastated, feeling like everything is done. But there's still, I feel like there still might be some hope for love because you have this Two of Cups here. So either you ended a relationship with someone who was really important to you, or there's a new love coming in, or an opportunity for a new beginning. You have the Temperance card here. Now, the Temperance card is a card of finding the balance and learning how to compromise. It's a card of not going to extremes. And sometimes, you know, when we're in a volatile situation or we're angry, we go to extremes of behavior, like it's all or nothing. And so I don't know if I would go to that extreme. I don't think it's as bad as you think because I'm seeing the Four of Wands here and the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. So you may feel like everything is over and you know, there's a lot of regret and loss. You have this Five of Cups here where you're feeling a sense of loss and regret. Like, I wish I had done things differently, or I wish I could redo what happened. And, you know, it's like you're processing. And I think you may get a chance to do that at some point. I don't think it's a total ending because I'm seeing the Temperance card, which if you want a new beginning with this Two of Cups and you want to create something solid and stable, you're going to have to learn how to compromise because that's what this card is about. It's about meeting someone halfway, not going to the all or nothing stance, not saying, you know, it's either my way and there is no highway, you know. If you can compromise, because with the Temperance card, the two people involved are very different. They're compatible, but they're very different. And you have to kind of try to understand each other from the other person's perspective. So if you're seeing things only from your perspective, you're missing out on, like, you have to look at the other side. That's what the Temperance is about. It's about finding that balance, learning how to compromise, learning how to meet the other person halfway, not being rigid where you're saying it's my way and that's the way it's got to be. Now, coming up in the future, you have this King of Pentacles energy. And that's a card of this person is very stable. They care about family. They may own property, or they may have money in the bank. They may deal with money. They might be in finance or real estate, or they might even be an entrepreneur. It's someone who knows who cares about security, someone very solid and stable. The King of Pentacles. It may not be as exciting as some of the other signs, you know, if you're looking for like some, you know, adventurer, but they are there for you. They will have your back. So, and with this Ace of Pentacles, I almost feel like there's some kind of financial abundance coming in. You might be connecting with someone that has either received financial, like money's coming in for them, or either you or the other person is getting a raise, or there's more money coming in. And they're able to provide that security that you're looking for, that stability in a relationship. Maybe you're letting go of the King of Wands energy and you're embracing this Earth energy. Now, in your negative thinking sector, you have the Four of Wands. This is a card of victory, stability, marriage even sometimes. It's a card of building something stable, but it's in your negative thinking sector. So I feel like you could have something stable with this person, but you don't really believe it. You're like thinking, no, it'll never happen, or nothing good ever happens to me, or you have to think more positive. But the way that you have to do it is through compromise and through seeing the other side, like not just seeing your own situation, but seeing things from another person's perspective. So if there's an imbalance in that could have led to the breakup, where you're just concerned with your own situation, you weren't thinking about the other person, that could have led to an imbalance that led to a breakup. But I feel like you're coming into to better times. In your environment, you have the Six of Wands. That's a card of victory. It's also a card of travel. So it could be that you could be moving into a new home, maybe, or moving into a new relationship, having some type of victory where you're feeling more stable and more secure. You still, in your wish fulfillment sector, you have this Five of Cups. So I feel like you're still healing. and feeling you're suffering a loss. So maybe you have suffered a loss. Some of you might have ended a relationship. Maybe it's over. You think, okay, it's over. That's it. It's over. But there are still 2 cups here that haven't been spilled. So I feel that it's not a done deal. A lot of times with the Ten of Swords, when that comes up, it's over. But you have the 5 of Cups here, which means that you can salvage something from the situation. You just have to look at the bright side. Don't look at the negative. Like if you're focusing on everything that was negative in the relationship or everything that was negative about the person, focus on what you can salvage. Like, okay, maybe that happened, and maybe I can focus on the good qualities of this person or the good things that relationship brought me. Maybe it's not a total loss. Sometimes with the 5 of Cups, you have an opportunity to fix things, but you have to stop focusing on disaster and thinking like, oh, that's it, I'm done, I destroy, it's all over, I can't fix it. Because the 2 of Cups energy, there's a lot of there's love there, there's harmony, there's compatibility. It's a strong connection. I mean, look at this. It's almost like an infinity symbol. It's like the DNA, it's a healing relationship. It looks like the caduceus of the medical field. But it's also like 2 people intertwining their energy. You guys are, you're more connected than you realize. It could be like a soulmate connection, an energetic affinity. You're like 2 people coming together, like 2 halves of a whole. And you have the High Priestess here as a final outcome. And that's usually things are going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. And the outcome will be positive, even though you can't see it right now. You may not be able to see it at the beginning of the month, but things may take a turn, either through more money coming in, more stability coming in, you getting what you're wanting, a victory, the 6 of Wands, and it could involve travel or movement. But you have to quiet your mind and listen to that inner voice. If your inner voice is saying there's still hope, it's not all is lost, because the 5 of Cups is not final. 5 of Cups says you can salvage something from this breakup if you want to reconnect with someone and patch things over. And you could find the stability that you're looking for in love, and the security and the financial, feeling secure financially. Having something tangible. That's what this Ace of Pentacles is. It's something tangible. So maybe you felt like I was in something that I felt safe and secure, but then it all fell apart. And I think the main problem was the inability to compromise, the inability to meet someone halfway is what led to the whole thing blowing up. But if you want to fix it, I think that you can. You just have to focus on what you can do. Don't focus on the losses and the past and your past mistakes. Let that go. Focus on what you can do to bring a positive outcome to the situation. So let's see what the astrology says. So you have a new moon in your 8th house. Okay, the new moon on the 4th of November. It's in your 8th house of intimacy. It's in your 8th house of confronting your demons, confronting the darkness. It has to do with other people's money, resources that you get from others. So you might be getting more financial support from an outside source that makes you feel a little bit more secure, a little more relaxed about your money. Maybe you're getting an increase in some type of financial situation. But you also have a new beginning to create to find intimacy in a relationship. The 8th house is the house of really bonding at the soul level with someone. It's also a house of transformation. You have an opportunity to transform with this new moon. Now, the new moon is opposing, Mars is it's in Scorpio, but it's not very close to the new moon. It's kind of a wide orb because the moon is like almost 13 degrees. Mars is at 3 degrees, so it's like a 10 degree orb. But Mars is still there in Scorpio, and Mars is very strong in Scorpio. And Mars going through your 8th house, you may feel like you really want to take action to solve any kind of financial problems that you're experiencing. You may want to take action to bring more intimacy into your life. You're ready to make some changes. You're ready to transform. And this new moon is opposing Uranus in your 2nd house. And the 2nd house is the house of money, self-worth. What do I value? So there could be some surprises that come up at this new moon. Maybe things that you never even dreamed, because Uranus brings in things that we could never even imagine. The last thing you expect to happen is what happens, and you're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. So there could be some surprises with this new moon that affect your financial situation, that affect your capacity for intimacy, your capacity for transformation, to deal with whatever's been holding you back, deal with the demons that you've been struggling with, and overcome them. Mercury, now we have a positive aspect at this new moon. Mercury is in your 7th house in Libra, and it's sextile Venus in the 9th house. So if you do have love, if it may be through a long distance relationship, one of you is at a distance. Mercury, though, in the 7th, it makes you want to communicate. It's like, I want to tell someone how I feel, or let's have a talk. I want to talk. And so it could be either you communicating with someone or someone else wanting to communicate with you, because the 7th house is the house of the other, the partner. So you could have a healing conversation around this new moon and have a chance for a new beginning. Now, Mars is also squaring Saturn. It's moving toward a square with Saturn. So you may feel a little frustrated, like you want to take action in some way, but you feel blocked. Saturn is in your 11th house. That has to do with friendships. So you may feel like you're dealing with someone who's too conservative, or you may be dealing with someone when there's an age difference, or you feel restricted in some way. And there might be some kind of conflict, because Mars squares Saturn. Mars is your anger, your energy. Saturn is like blocking you. So you may feel like, I want to take action, I want to do something, but I have either fear or I feel blocked by authority. Like they won't let me do this or that. I feel someone is standing in my way. Some either rules and regulations or authority or something. Maybe a parent or a boss is preventing you from taking action. And that could lead to some frustration. Now, at the same time, Saturn is also sextile Chiron in your 1st house. So I feel like you need healing this month. There's something that you need to heal with a friend, because Saturn is in the 11th house. I think that you may have to get out of your comfort zone to get to that place. And it may involve where you have to communicate. Have that difficult conversation. And I think it can bring healing. And it can bring a change, an unexpected change in what you value. I'm seeing an unexpected change in your financial situation. But it could also be a change in the way you deal with relationships and intimacy, the way you view yourself, and what the type of thing you're looking for. So then we have the full moon. It's a partial eclipse. Now, eclipses are a little bit more volatile than a typical full moon. Something is completing at the full moon, and that's on the 19th. So we have the moon in your 2nd house of money, self-esteem, self-worth, values, security, and it's opposing the sun in your 8th house. And this new moon is also, it's an out-of-sign conjunction with the North Node in Gemini. So Gemini is about talking, communicating, sharing your story, telling your story. So you may feel like you have something to say. And especially Mercury is going to be close to the sun. So Mercury is going to be opposing the moon. It's a little wider of an orb. Mars is going to be in Scorpio. You have Sun, Mercury, and Mars all in the 8th house. So what's really going to be the focus at this, you're going to have some type of closure at the full moon. And there could also be a revelation at the same time, because full moons bring things to the surface. You may find out the truth in some situation. Something is going to be revealed. Uranus is trine Venus. You have Venus in the 10th house. So there could be some financial benefit. I keep seeing, when Venus is in your 10th, that could be a shift in your life direction. It could bring love into your life in an unexpected way. And Uranus in the 2nd, it's changing what you find attractive. Maybe something that, you might have been attracted to a certain type, and now you're wanting something different. You're wanting something that brings you more security. Something that's going to last. You might even be ready to make a commitment at some point. Jupiter is in your 11th house. Let's see what else is. And Mercury is squaring Jupiter. So you want to be careful if you're having a conversation at this time, at the full moon, that you don't go over the top and say things you don't mean or say things you might regret. Because with Jupiter, it represents excess, and Mercury's the communication planet. So you may just be like, well, I've held this in for so long, and now I'm just going to be blah, 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 And so don't just find the middle ground. Don't go overboard. Venus is trining Uranus. So that's a positive thing. It could bring something unexpected that you never expected. Maybe communication or a message. And it's going to involve your financial security in some way, or a relationship, something that you value. It could be love. Love could come in unexpectedly. Mercury is also sextile Pluto. At the same time it squares Jupiter, it's sextile Pluto. So you could have a really deep conversation with someone where you really bare your soul and you really tell it like it is. And that would be the best way to deal with this, to get to the bottom, go deeper. Don't just skim the surface. Don't avoid the deeper issues. Communicate. And that could bring healing. That could bring unexpected changes that could be positive at this full moon. One thing I can say, though, full moons bring out the truth, one way or another. They shine a light on whatever area they're aspecting. And in your chart, that's your financial and security areas. Your money, it's not only just money, it's what I value. Do I feel supported by others? Do I feel that others value me? Am I getting the love that I deserve? Am I getting the money I deserve? So there could be some surprises around money at this full moon. Now, a full moon eclipse sometimes can eclipse a female figure from your life, someone that you really value. So if there's a relationship that's on shaky grounds, you may want to make amends, or you're going to come to some kind of decision. Either you decide, I want to save this relationship and I'm going to communicate, or I'm just going to let it go and I'm ready for a new beginning. So it could go either way. Eclipses, just speed up your timetable. Like, I was going to make a decision about it, but now I've got to make a quicker decision because the eclipse will bring some surprise up where you have to make a decision. Like, oh, I've got to take action. I can't think about it anymore. It's do or die. So, Mars is also opposing Uranus, and Mars is your ruling planet, and it's strong in Scorpio. So you don't want to fight over money issues. You don't want to be too aggressive. You might be, Uranus opposed Mars can bring unexpected developments. Things that just kind of blow up out of nowhere. It's very volatile. So if you're talking money with someone, or you're talking about things that involve intimacy or values that you both share, it could become a heated argument. So you want to just calm yourself down, learn to see things from the other person's perspective, learn to, stand up for what you believe in, but don't attack the other person. But with Venus trine Uranus, I'm telling you, there could be some unexpected romantic development coming in. That could not only make you feel better about yourself, but also bring in more a sense of feeling of security. From an unexpected, like you can't plan what Uranus is going to do. All you can know is that I've never in a million years dreamed this would happen, and here it is. So just wait and see what the wind blows in. Don't be reckless, is what I'm saying. Don't take reckless action. See what truths come up to the surface during the full moon, and then you'll be able to make a decision. But there could be some sudden changes at the end of the month that involve love and money. So that's my forecast for November, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know if this resonated with you. And if you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, ordering tarot readings. I've really enjoyed working with you. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you're celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.